Thanks for tuning in to FQTV. Walter Park in Albany Creek is our venue this evening as Moreton City Excelsior take on Gold Coast United in the quarter-finals of the Kappa Queensland Cup. And there's not just a semi-final spot at stake tonight, the winners will also go through as one of 4 Queensland representatives to the Australia Cup national round of 32. And of course a chance to pit their wits against the big boys, the professional A-League clubs. So what an opportunity for one of these two sides who did actually meet at this stage last season, and it was Moreton Bay United, as they were back then, who prevailed by 2-1. So perhaps the visitors might have a bit of revenge on their minds this evening. I'm Adam Cattell, my pleasure to take you through this one this evening. Let's check in on the two teams, starting with Moreton City Excelsior, who are coached by Cam Miller, and they have Nathan Foster in goal. 2 is Nick Bernardi, 4 Jack McAnally, 6 Seaton Uri, 7 Damon Anderson, 9 Marquez Walters, 10 Ben Holiday, 15 Chris Marr, 17 Zach Kierpal, 23 is Rhys Gwyn-Jones, and 24 in captain is Declan Smith. On the bench is Emryn Donnelly-Fagan, Joe Scott, Sam Knight, Lockie Sayers, Daniel Johnson, and the reserve keeper is Mason Nash. As for the visitors, Gold Coast United, they are coached by Gray Piddock. In goal and captain is Carlos Saliadare, 4 Blake Thompson, 5 Darryl Bright, 7 Xavier Pratt, 8 Teddy Watson, 10 Fraser Hills, 11 Nick Panetta, 15 Lachlan Remmers, 16 Lachlan Durrington, 21 is Zayadis, and 24 is Chris Lucas. On the Gold Coast bench, Brayden Spink, Jack Peroni, Christian Mladenis, Brian Satumo, Lachlan Semler, and the reserve keeper is Zach Galea. Our referee this evening is Zach Keenan. He'll be assisted by Bailey Jacobson and Matthew Connor. It's Moreton Bay who will get us underway, going from left to right on your screen in their all-black kit. Gold Coast United in their away strip of all white. Kickoff is imminent. And we are underway at Walter Park. Well, Lions FC yesterday evening punched their ticket into the national round of 32. It was a 2-0 home win against Surfers Paradise Apollo. And one of these two sides, by the end of this game, will have joined them. Brisbane City taking on Eastern Suburbs in the other quarter-final. That did kick off a little bit earlier this evening. And a little bit of push and shove there between Anderson and I think it was Addis. So Zach Keenan just needing a word there with the Gold Coast fullback. Calm has been very quickly restored. And on the weekend, Southside Comets of Cairns, the regional winners, will be taking on Olympic FC for that last spot in the national round of 32. And now Walters with a chance to get forward, but Addis can get that back to his captain, Saliadare. And that's all the way through, and an early touch for Nathan Foster, who rejoined the club after a stint in the NPL New South Wales with Marconi Stallions. These two clubs are going to be getting quite familiar with each other over the next month or so. This is the first of 4 meetings between these two sides. Obviously tonight's game and their round 5 fixture at the Coplix was actually rained off and has been rearranged for the 9th of July. They're also going to meet back here in 10 days' time, and then sandwiched between that is a semi-final in the Kappa Pro Series. So yeah, they are going to be very familiar with each other over these coming weeks. Here is Damon Anderson. It's won back by Gold Coast United, but ball back with the Moreton City skipper Declan Smith. And they can try and build here on the left with Holiday. Holiday goes down under the challenge, wins his side a free kick. Ben Holiday, who had his 2023 cut short through injury, missed the grand final at the Suncorp Stadium. Still had done enough to be voted NPL Young Player of the Season and also making the NPL Team of the Year. He's got his side a free kick here. And a chance to get the likes of Smith and Gwyn Jones forward. Taken right-footed, in it goes. Headed away by Addis. McAnally wins it back. A bit of a loose touch there, I think, from Lucas, and Moreton City win it back, and that's a nice touch by Walters. Darryl Bright back in the side. He missed the 1-1 draw away at Brisbane City on the weekend. His wife recently gave birth. Congratulations to them, and he's able to take his place this evening. Just one change from Gray Piddock there. Braden Spink dropping to the bench, and Darryl Bright taking his place. And now Walters trying to cut inside. Addis wins it back, but in the end the cross is easily gathered by Carlos Saliadare into his 2nd season now with Gold Coast United. Joined the side from Logan Lightning, very experienced goalkeeper. Smith finding his defensive partner Gwyn Jones into his 7th season now with Moreton City Excelsior. Obviously the club having an amalgamation with Albany Creek Excelsior under this new guise this season. Kappa spotting Murray, who can get that through to Anderson. He's got Walters ahead of him. Here is Marquez Walters if he can keep it in. Manages to dig out the cross, but straight into the hands of Sally Adare. That's a good ball there from the keeper to launch this Gold Coast attack, and it's Fraser Hills finding Teddy Watson, but the offside flag is up. Hills slots it in for what it's worth, but flag was up early there on the far side. Lovely ping by Sally Adare, and then into Hills, and Watson, he might have just strayed half a yard offside there. No real protest from the visitors. Ball going out for a Gold Coast throw in. Now a free kick for the away side. And Teddy Watson's the man who's gone down. He felt the full force of that challenge. Just taking his time to get back onto his feet. It'll be Blake Thompson with the free kick. Was a YTS at Birmingham City in his youth. Then moved back to Australia, had a spell in the New South Wales NPL with Mount Druitt. In it comes. The shot comes in and it's charged down, second chance, and it flies just over. Well, they didn't clear the free kick properly, and it might have been Lachlan Durrington there with a couple of bites of the cherry. Gold Coast on the attack again as the cross is swung in deep. Fired in, and that's well held by Nathan Foster. McAnally looking for support. Finds it from Murray. Now Chris Marr doing well to keep possession there in a tight area. And that's kept in well by Anderson, but it'll drop here for Addis, who wins the throw in halfway. Zai Addis, who's a Byron Bay product, returned to Gold Coast United after a spell with Gold Coast Knights. Here he is again. Well, winning his side a free kick. A few quizzical looks there at Zach Keenan. Panetta stood over this one. He actually looks like he's going to leave it for Chris Lucas. So Chris Lucas with this free kick, swung in and almost helped on, and it's chipped back in, but an easy gather for Foster, who immediately tries to get his side on the front foot, and now it's Holiday charging through, and surely a little push in the back there, and it is indeed a yellow card. It's Lachlan Remmers into the book. A yellow card for Lachlan Remmers inside 10 minutes. He's going to be walking the proverbial tightrope now for the rest of the game. So another Moreton City free kick. They've tried it a little bit different here, and it's Holiday will stand the cross up looking for Walters, and it's Declan Smith. Just couldn't quite make a clean connection. And it was an easy one there for Sally Adare. Now Zach Kirpal. Addis sticks to his task well. Long ball forward. Foster will get there first. As I did mention, it was these two sides who did meet in the last qualifying round last season. Moreton Bay United, as they were then, winning that one by 2-1 and making their way into the round of 32, where they were pitted against Heidelberg United from the MPL Victoria. Unfortunately losing that one 3-0 on the night. I think it was a couple of early Heidelberg goals, I seem to remember. And that's some nice footwork there by Thompson. And equally so there by Remmers. Xavier Pratt will take this throw in, joined the club at the start of the year, actually is going to leave it. I think Zach Keenan's just saying, can you take that back a few yards please? Xavier Pratt, the Gold Coast number 7, joining at the start of the year from Hamilton Wanderers in New Zealand. Here he is now. Holiday forward, but charged down by Remmers. He came through the academy here, Lachlan Remmers. It's his 6th year now with Gold Coast United. Watson laying that one off to Panetta. Long diagonal ball, finding Lucas, has Bernardi for company. Hills. In the end it will be a Gold Coast United throw-in. Lucas with the throw in, finding Watson. Back to Lucas. Now Thompson. Bright to Addis. Moreton City win it back and will try and counter through Walters. That's a long diagonal ball. It's a great ball, and what a touch that is from Kirpal. He has a runner to his left there, instead opts to try and find Murai, and it was the wrong option. Gold Coast United trying to counter, and in the end winning a free kick. Taken quickly by Hills. Pratt. Both sides enjoying some spells of possession thus far. Not much to pick between the two teams. Ball dropping for Hills, but he runs into traffic, and an early ball forward finding Walters, and he's got a bit of room to manoeuvre in here, Marquez Walters. And I think that was one in the face there. I believe that was for Darrell Bright. Just have a look on the replay. Walters with the cross, and yeah, straight into the kisser of Darrell Bright, who's, as I mentioned recently, become a father. Might have had a few sleepless nights recently. Maybe that's woke him up a bit, I'm not sure. He's still down. Not sure if he is going to need some treatment here, Darrell Bright. Looks like he's going to be okay. It'll be Chris Marr to take this corner. Floated in by Marr. It's a deep one all the way back. Hits Walters in the back in the end, and Gold Coast United can clear halfway. Picked up by Bernardi. The radar's off a little bit there, and it's out for a throw-in. These two sides have had to win 3 games to get to this stage of the competition, and they haven't had too many problems along the way. Moreton City Excelsior have had 3 home games here, beating Mitchelton 3-0, then a 12-1 win over Springfield United before defeating North Star 3-1 in the previous round. We'll just break off here as Gold Coast United take a quick free kick. It's Lucas into the box and cleared out for the Gold Coast corner. I think it is Lucas just behind that pylon there, I can assure you. In comes the corner. Oh, and it's a scramble on the line, and it's Walters in the end who can just put that out into safety. Long throw in. I think Zach Keenan had spotted an infringement. Smith taking the free kick and finding Bernardi. Gold Coast United, who defeated Southside Eagles 2-0, then had a 5-0 win over Caloundra before accounting for Caboolture Sports 4-0 in the previous round. As I mentioned earlier, as well as making the national round of 32, the winners will travel to either Brisbane City or Eastern Suburbs, who got underway about 15 minutes before this game. Chris Marr, forward by Anderson. Walters losing out to Blake Thompson and cleared by Saliadare. Smith was equal to the task. And now Marr can stride forward again. They look for that diagonal ball. It's Zach Kierpal now, taking on Remmers. Back for Holiday, who'll strike it, and deflected by Darrell Bright, and will roll out for a throw-in. It's Ben Holiday finding a pocket of space, and first time shot that looked like it could have been goalward. Important block by Darrell Bright. And now a free kick for the away team. Long one from Saliadare. Smith hooks it away. Pratt. Now Remmers. Darrington loses out. Anderson. Just forced back by Addis, finding Gwyn Jones. Foster to Declan Smith, 8th season now for Declan Smith. He was Also another representative in the NPL team of the season last year, as Anderson wins this one back and lines up the cross. It's dealt with by the Gold Coast defence, picked up by Ma. Goes down under the challenge of Addis, and play continues with Anderson. Thompson to Durrington. Won back well by McAnally. Holiday. Kirpal. Zach Kirpal got a hat-trick on the weekend. They had a 5-0 win against Sunshine Coast Wanderers here, Moreton City. They're actually unchanged from that game. Returned to the club after spending last year with Olympic FC. Has 11 goals in the NPL to his name this season, same as his strike partner Marquez Walters, who was actually the competition's top scorer last season. Here is Kirpal. Kirpal finding Walters. Walters trying to wriggle his way past Addis, but Brighter's across just put that one out for a throw in. Gwyn Jones gets it back. Oh, and pass was a little bit telegraphed, and I think there was a foul there on Teddy Watson. It will be a free kick to the away side. Real intensity to the home side's play at the moment. They're quick to get going. Free kicks are being taken quickly, trying to get on the front foot. They're currently third on the NPL ladder, Moreton City Excelsior, and looking pretty well placed at the moment for another tilt at the playoffs. They're 4 points behind Lions, who are in second spot, having played a game less though. Easy one for Foster. Foster finding Anderson. Gets it back from McAnally. Bernardi back to Smith, just a little bit of keep ball amongst the three centre halves. I think it's only the second or third occasion Cameron Miller's had the three centre halves available to him this season. I think Nick Bernardi picked up an injury, I think, in the opening round or two. Only recently returned to the team. Ma finding Anderson. Anderson into Walters. Anderson's continued his run forward, but out for a throw-in, taken by Gwyn Jones. Well, the home team just starting to dominate possession at the moment as Holiday, well, no foul is given and Holiday can get the cross in, and it was an awkward one for Darryl Bright. Murray with the shot, Bright again getting it clear, and then Xavier Pratt with the other touch is back with the home side. Ma forward by Thompson. Taken down well by Holiday, but then turning back into trouble. Durrington. Thompson, and then surely a foul by Kirpal. In the last 5 minutes, you would say the home side probably in the ascendancy. Gold Coast United currently 6 on the NPL ladder. 10 points behind Moreton City. Well, they have played a game less. They've had some problems at the Coplix this season, Gold Coast United, so they have had a few cancellations. They've also drawn the most games out of anyone in the men's NPL this season as well, 5 draws. Talking to Gray Piddock in the week, I think the challenge for the remainder of the season is trying to turn those draws into victories and give themselves a chance at the top 4. Actually came 3rd last season, that was their highest ever finish, before losing out to Peninsula Power in the semi-finals. Gray Piddock's 4th year in charge now. Walters showed too much of that to Addis. That's a nice turn there by Zai Addis. Watson. I think he was hoping he would have a teammate there, but instead it's collected by Holiday. Durrington to Remmers. Being hounded by Kirpal, and will go for a throw-in. Well, nearly 26.5 minutes gone here at Walter Park. If you've just joined us, still waiting for our first goal in this Queensland Cup quarter-final. Neither goalkeeper has really been forced into a save of any note. Moreton City enjoying the bulk of possession. Here's Chris Marr. And now Gwyn Jones stepping out of defence. I think the flag was up there against Damon Anderson. Moreton City coach Cam Miller into his 2nd season now in charge. Of course, led Moreton Bay United to a grand final at the Suncorp Stadium in his debut season last year before being edged out 1-0 by Gold Coast Knights. Really was a close game. Moreton Bay had a penalty shout towards the end of the game that was turned away. They really pushed the Knights. And in addition to making the national round of 32, I'm sure they'll be hoping to make another appearance at the Suncorp Stadium later this year. Forward it goes by Remmers, but straight to Declan Smith. Marr. Bernardi all the way back to Foster. Thinks like Keenan just, again, maybe not too happy where the throw-in was being taken from, but we'll continue now with Lucas and Pratt. Addis, in it goes by Addis. That's a good looking cross, and it was an awkward one there for, I think it might have been Nick Bernardi. Offside flag was up, but Bernardi has stayed down. As I mentioned, only recently returned from injury. Looks like he'll be okay. Bit of a breezy night in Brisbane this evening, as I'm sure you can see those trees swaying behind Foster's goal there. Thompson all the way back to Saliadare. McAnally. Holiday can't keep that one in. Headed on by Fraser Hills, and they can get him behind here, Gold Coast United. But in the end, the cross is only finding Nathan Foster. Bit of a loose throw there from Foster, and they'll get another go here, Gold Coast. Hills. And Fraser Hills has a bit of pedigree in the Australia Cup. He was the Mike Cockerell medalist back in 2019. Part of that Brisbane Strikers side who made the semi-finals of the FFA Cup as it was then, before losing out to Melbourne City. And he was the Mike Cockerell medal winner, which was given to the best NPL player in the competition, so quite an achievement. Originally from England, Fraser Hills. He had a spell with Tottenham as a junior before moving to the Gold Coast as a youngster. Here comes the corner. That's a high one, and Pratt with the header. Half-hearted appeal for handball, and I think we just saw just there the wind holding the ball up as Watson trying to swivel there. Yeah, that wind causing a few issues there, and was that a foul on Nathan Foster by Teddy Watson? A little bit of push and shove now, and a bit for Zach Keenan to sort out. Tempers starting to fray a little as we watch on the replay. Just a coming together there between the two. Nothing too malicious, I would have thought, but there seems to be pats on the back now and smiles. As Watson continuing the conversation there with Declan Smith. Teddy Watson, who joined the side from Surfers Paradise Apollo at the beginning of the year. He's a prolific scorer with Surfers Paradise, Teddy Watson. Conversations are continuing, I think. Zach Kirpal just looking for some clarification there from Zach Keenan. I'm not sure if he's been alerted to something by his assistant. Looks like it's Chris Lucas getting a little bit of a lecture there from the referee, but Zach Keenan not going to his pocket there, so just that early yellow card for Lachlan Remners at the moment. And finally we can get underway. McAnally. Headed on by Hills. And now Watson again. He's at the heart of it here, Teddy Watson. He's won his side a free kick. Plenty of protest from the home side. What can Gold Coast United come up with here? 10 minutes to go plus stoppages in this first half. Here comes a free kick, and
Can you take all the free kicks?
don't know if you heard that call there from the crowd. Can you take all the free kicks? Bit of sledging going on there in the home end. I'll be generous and say the wind might have took hold of that one as well. Might be interesting to see how the second half goes with Moreton City maybe using the wind to their advantage possibly in the second half. Durrington. Now Addis charging forward in those bright pink boots and going down there under the challenge of Damon Anderson, who's becomes the first Moreton City player to go into Zach Keenan's notebook. Nick Panetta stood over this free kick. Looks like it's going to go into the mixer, and it goes. Headed away. Picked up by Remers and out for a throw-in. Little flick, and Watson trying to get there but beaten to it. It's a real arm wrestle between these two at the moment. I think the conditions really making it tricky for the players, that wind swirling around. No chances of any note for either side really thus far. Headed away by Bernardi. Hills. McAnally is under that one, and it's Durrington who comes away with the ball. Pratt finding Panetta, and Panetta will take that shot on, and not sure if that counts as a shot on target, but it's about as good as it's been at the moment. Nick Panetta, who's a vastly experienced player into his third season now with Gold Coast United, formerly with Gold Coast Knights. Here is Panetta again, just trying to wiggle his way through, and cleared in the end by Anderson, and it's actually dropped nicely here for Marquez Walters, who can use his pace here to get in behind. Marquez Walters, in comes across Kirpal, and he just couldn't get it under his spell, Zach Kirpal, much to his frustration. And the break was on there for Moreton City. Kirpal, and just that first touch, it just wouldn't sit up for him, and Gold Coast United can get it away. Nice turn by Jack McAnally there. Played his football with Eastern Suburbs last season. Jack McAnally was part of Brisbane City's under-23 squad as well. And they're trying to find Walters, and a bit of a coming together there with the considerable frame of Blake Thompson. Walters has stayed down. Let's just have a look on the replay. Thompson winning the ball, and then just taking a bit of Marquez Walters as well. Quick to check on his welfare there, Blake Thompson. Walters gingerly back onto his feet. His side do have a corner here with just over 5 minutes to go in this first half at Walter Park. In comes the corner. Evades everyone, drops at the back post, and Gold Coast defence stand firm. Holiday again. And just a bit of a heavy touch there from Ben Holiday. Saliadare just delaying this goal kick. Here it comes. Heads go up and it's away by Ma. Anderson. To Gwyn Jones and cleared by Foster. And then sliced out for a throw in. Addis with the throw in. So Lucas just competing with Smith there. Is a bit of a mismatch in terms of height. It's dropped on the edge of the box now for Marquez Walters. Murai and a yellow card there for Saliadare, I think. So happened off camera. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I think it may be a free kick to Moreton City. I think Zach Keenan, well, I think he was brandishing that card at Carlos Saliadare. Well, the long and short of it is it's a free kick for Moreton City in a pretty promising position. Marquez Walters will be the man to take it. And he does like a free kick, Marquez Walters. Well, here we go, just a couple of minutes before half time. They've got the draft excluder down there, Gold Coast United. Well, Walters have a crack, he will, and he's whizzed just wide from Marquez Walters. And that's as close as we've been in this first half. Marquez Walters just trying to pick out the top corner, and yeah, he wasn't far away, was he? Now Xavier Pratt. In it comes, looking for Fraser Hills with the acrobatics. Couldn't quite connect. There's a ball in by Lucas, and yeah, it was just asking to be bicycle kick there, wasn't it? But Hills unable to connect properly. Last minute of normal time in this first half. We have had a couple of stoppages, so I imagine Zach Keenan will have at least a couple of minutes to add on as Panetta hooks that forward, and finding Lucas, Bernardi is forced to concede the corner. So Gold Coast United finishing this first half strongly. Darryl Bright has made his way forward, as has Blake Thompson. In the end, it's headed away by Gwyn Jones, collected by Hills. That's a nice little reverse pass to find the cross, and it might drop here for Durrington. Durrington again, it's into the net, but the flag was up. It might have been a handball spotted there by Zach Keenan. Let's have a look. Lovely ball there from Fraser Hills, and then cross is swung in. Yeah, just hitting the hand there of Lachlan Durrington, who was the Gold Coast United under-23s Player of the Year last season. Of course, if the scores are still level at the end of 90 minutes, we will have extra time, and actually Zach Keenan does draw this first half to a close here at Walter Park. Moreton City Excelsior 0, Gold Coast United 0. Not too much to report in the way of goal mouth incidents. Marquez Walters fizzed a free kick just wide a few minutes before the half-time whistle, but it's been a bit of an arm wrestle, this one. Conditions making it a little tricky for both teams at times, but very much all to play for, and that spot in the national round of 32 very much up for grabs here. So make sure you join us for the second half, live on FQTV.
The Matildas are on fire. And the Socceroos have the breakthrough.
How do I finish this time? One, two, off.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Welcome back to Walter Park. Second half about to get underway. In this one, it's Moreton City Excelsior 0, Gold Coast United 0. Chances at a premium in that first half. This is a Queensland Cup quarter-final, but it's also serving as the last qualifying round for the Australia Cup national round of 32. And it's going to be the visitors, Gold Coast United, getting us back underway in their all-white away kit. We'll let you know if there have been any half-time changes. Just having a quick look. Can't see any obvious at the moment. Well, it was a little bit of a arm wrestle in that first half. Moreton City probably having the bulk of possession, I'd say, but Gold Coast United did finish the first half quite strongly. Here's Remmers being urged forward, being forced to check back. Just trying to play that through the corner, and Teddy Watson, a bit of a coming together there with Declan Smith. And it's almost given away. It was an important touch there by Declan Smith, and then McAnally winning the free kick. Smith to Ben Holiday. Back to Bernardi. Now Walters getting away from Remmers. He's got Kappa to his right here, and a chance now, and it was just a heavy touch there from Damon Anderson. And Saliadare is grateful to gather the ball there. Nice little turn there from Walters, and then he's timed his run well there, Damon Anderson, but heavy touch letting him down. And he stayed down there, Damon Anderson, and he'll need some treatment here. I've got some options on the bench. Moreton City, Joe Scott, Emryn Donnelly Fagan, and Lachlan Sayers are all options. Also Sammy Knight and Daniel Johnson. I think Anderson's just making his way to the side of the pitch. I think he's just given it the thumbs up there. I think he's going to be okay to continue. Well, actually, maybe he's not going to be okay. Looks like Damon Anderson is departing early in this first half, and it's number 8, Emryn Donnelly Fagan, who will come on and take his place. Now, Emryn Donnelly Fagan's into his 4th season now with Moreton City. Bernardi. Uri back to Bernardi, who tries to find Kappa. It's well defended by Darrell Bright, forward by Addis, and Miller quick to give his side the ball back there. Cam Miller wants him on the front foot instantly. Cam Miller, who turns 30 later this year, was a former Moreton Bay United player, actually on the bench when they reached the 2017 NPL Grand Final. Actually lost to a late Dylan Wenzel Hall free kick for Western Pride that night. As Holiday makes his way into the penalty area, and in the end Fouls Lachlan Semmers. Yeah, Cam Miller also scored the goal to take Moreton Bay United into the last 32 of the FFA Cup, as it was back then in 2017, and they actually made it all the way through to the last 16, where they were beaten by the now defunct Gold Coast City, who were coached by a certain Gray Piddock. So a little bit of a connection here as Walter's footwork lets him down on that occasion. I should also add that Gray's brother Adam was actually in the opposing dugout for Moreton Bay United that evening as well. As Gold Coast United come forward with Panetta. Hills. Hills to Addis. Addis again, but McAnally will get there first. Addis and trying to work his way through a tight space, but just too many black shirts there. Pratt comes away with the ball. It's Hills. And now Durrington. They'll switch it here to Lachlan Remmers. Remmers looks to get the 1-2, but Holiday was across and went down under the challenge and has stayed down. Zach Keenan signalling for a corner. Holiday just asking why he didn't get a free kick there, and it's the Gold Coast United corner. In comes the corner from Lucas to the near post, flicked on, and oh, it was such a chance there for Nick Panetta. And it goes begging for Gold Coast United. Corner causing all kinds of problems. It's a header from Watson, and then Panetta just couldn't get over the ball and direct it goalwards. And a bit of a let off there for the home side. Ma. Forward from McAnally. Kierpal. Turns away nicely from Bright. It's still Zach Kierpal. He's still going. Zach Kierpal opens the scoring for Moreton City Excelsior. And it's a triumph for persistence. Zach Kierpal, all his own work. And he breaks the deadlock here. Much to the enjoyment of those fans behind the goal. Held off the challenger Darryl Bright and the attentions of the other Gold Coast defenders to slot that past Saliadare and give his side the lead here after 53 minutes. Well, just after Nick Panetta could have given Gold Coast United the lead at one end, Zach Kierpal, fantastic solo goal. And Moreton City Excelsior, as it stands, are on their way to the national round of 32. What can Gold Coast United come up with as the ball is swung into the box? It's collected by Hills. Hills finds Lucas, gets it back. They'll try and work it into Teddy Watson, who I think it's fair to say was looking for the penalty there, Teddy Watson. Durrington. Forced back by Gwyn Jones. Pratt to Hills. Hills works it onto the left boot. In it goes from Panetta. Touch from Durrington, but McAnally can get that one away. Panetta. Doesn't get the better of McAnally, who's had a good game there. Jack McAnally in front of the defence this evening. Touch by Walters, but it was well read there by Lachlan Remmers. Hills. Can Panetta keep that one in? He can. Plenty of white shirts in the middle. Panetta, in it goes. Oh, and a slip now, and it's almost drops now for Lucas. And now in by Pratt, but always going over. But a good response here from Gold Coast United after going a goal down. Cross causing some problems for the home defence, and then Pratt. It was always going over. Addis. Touch lets in Murai. I'll switch it over here to Ben Holiday. Holiday to the byline. Cuts it back, and Saliadare has to parry that one away. Durrington losing out to Kirpal. Kirpal lays it off. It's fired in by Ma. Gold Coast get it away. Bernardi. Back to Declan Smith. Oh, and Mara's giving that one away cheaply, and Watson can turn it over now to to Lucas, and it goes from Lucas. Again, it's some very composed defending there by McAnally. Back by Thompson. Kirpal has the strength to hold off Thompson and get past Addis. And the cross doesn't match the run that time. Forward by Blake Thompson. McAnally. It's given away though to Durrington. Hills back to Durrington. Work it out to the right hand side with Lucas. Lucas cuts in. Tries to get the return off Watson. Hooked away, and Zach Keenan, I think, has spotted an infringement. Free kick taken short by Smith. Oh, and Gwyn Jones has given that one away, and Panetta, he just got held up there, but he's able to come away with the ball, Nick Panetta, and actually deciding to settle for the corner. So, bit of a mistake there in the Moreton City defence. And they're giving away this corner now on the far side. Chris Lucas across to take it. Actually played for Gold Coast United when they were an A-League entity. As a youngster, Chris Lucas has spent the last few seasons in NPL Victoria, most recently with Oakley Cannons. And it'll be him to take this corner, in it goes, and it's still up here for Xavier Pratt tries to get it onto the left boot. Pratt again now with the right boot, and it's, I was going to say out for a goal kick, but actually it's almost retrieved there by Remmers, and it will go for a Moreton City throw in. Murai. Thompson going down under the challenge of Walters. So a chance here for Gold Coast United to get some numbers forward just past the hour mark here at Walter Park. That Zach Kierpal goal after 53 minutes dividing the two teams. Lucas to take this free kick. Go short to Platt, who'll just clip that one in, looking for the header Watson, but unable to get the power on the header. Goal kick taken quickly by Foster, trying to pick out Walters, who almost comes away with the ball, but instead it's picked up by Xavier Pratt, who finds Addis. Addis now to Watson. In it goes by Teddy Watson, but there's a bit of an awkward one there for Foster. In the end, it'll go for a goal kick. Declan Smith to Gwyn Jones. Smith trying to find Walters, and Thompson giving away the free kick. Murai. Holiday now, looking to take on Remmers into the box. Ben Holiday goes down under the challenge, but Zach Keenan not interested. Not too much in the way of protest, to be fair, from the home side, and it's Gold Coast United now with Panetta, and it's found Lucas, and it's gone through the legs of Foster, and it almost squeezed in there. Almost a horror show for the goalkeeper. Lovely through ball from Panetta, finding Lucas, who looked for an awful second that was just going to squeeze in. Instead it goes for a corner. Gold Coast corner swung in, it's met by the head of Gwyn Jones, out for another Gold Coast corner. Gold Coast United putting on the pressure here. Another corner for Moreton City to deal with. Now to the far post, and Darryl Bright will have to try and keep that one in, and does so. Addis. Remmers, in it goes from Remmers. Looking for Panetta, it was Gwyn Jones with the header. Thompson. Finds Teddy Watson, here's Fraser Hill now, what can he come up with? Finds Durrington. And, tried to find Nick Panetta, but instead it's Moreton City now who can break with Marquez Walters. Tries to find Murai, who was making the late run into the box, but it's gathered by Saliadare. end-to-end stuff here at the moment. It's Lucas. Now Pineda. Bernardi stood up to the task, and surely that's a foul there on Nick Bernardi, and I think Zach Keenan might be reaching into his pocket there. I think it may have been Nick Pineda who's gone into the book. Actually, I think it might be the challenge there from Chris Lucas. So a third Gold Coast United yellow card. 65 minutes gone here at Walter Park. Moreton City Excelsior leading by a goal to nil. Thanks for joining us on FQTV wherever you are in the world. Moreton City Excelsior on course for the round of 32, but they've got some defending to do here, and doesn't Declan Smith do that well? Thompson charging forward. The flag is up. It's Ma to the goal scorer Kappa again, turning away, but this time can't find a way through. McAnally back to Kappa. Kappa with a little back heel, but instead only finding Xavier Pratt. Durrington all the way back to Saliadare. Saliadare's clearance isn't a good one, only finding McAnally. Walters to Murai, but he was just a little ahead of the defensive line there. See to Murai, who's played some football in J3 in Japan, also had a stint at Tokyo Verdy's academy, so clearly has a bit of pedigree. Joined the club at the start of the season. Long clearance from Saliadare. Panetta. Watson. Again, it's one for Walters to chase, and he could have a one-on-one here with Blake Thompson. Instead, it's cut back, and it was maybe the wrong decision, as he only succeeded in picking out Fraser Hills. Oh, and Lucas is almost in here, and that was an important challenge by Rhys Gwyn-Jones. Looked for a second that Gold Coast United might have just split open the home defence. Hills, Panetta. Coming back and finding Addis right by the corner flag. Can he dig out the cross? He can, and it's put behind by Gwyn-Jones for yet another Gold Coast United corner. Again, it will be Chris Lucas across to take this, and again the likes of Thompson and Dowell Bright making their way into the Moreton City penalty box. Whipped in, punched away by Foster, who does well, and the follow-up is skywards rather than goalwards. Just over 20 minutes left in this one. Still very much on a knife edge, this game. Here's a substitute, Donnelly Fagan. Gwyn-Jones has to go back to retrieve that one. Cleared long by Foster. Forward it goes, but it'll be gathered by Saliadare. Gold Coast United, who were missing Daniel Diaz through injury. Another new arrival at the start of the season, joined the side from Sydney Olympic, also had a spell with Mount Druitt Rangers. As the cross comes in, and it's again the head's going up, and it's back in by Fraser Hills, and Foster gets down, and the rebound. Oh, it's a great double save by Nathan Foster, and the flag is up. Well, let's have a look at this again. Fraser Hills with the shot. Foster getting down well, and look how quick he is to react and deny Teddy Watson, who might have been coming from an offside position, but Foster wasn't to know that. Nathan Foster showing all his class there, and yeah, might have just taken a knock for his troubles in making that double save. Headed by Addis. Hoofed away by Thompson. Lovely touch by Watson, and then just trying to play that over the top for Lucas, but this Moreton City defence have really been equal to the task for most of the evening thus far. Now, I'm guessing that might be a yellow card for dissent to Jack McAnally. Second Moreton City yellow card. Gold Coast United free kick there. We can see Thompson again making his way forward. Not a good free kick though, and it's easily dealt with by Moreton City. Addis, and they have to go all the way back to Saliadare. How frustrating for Grey Piddick's side. Smith is under that one. And now Ma. Holiday just being told, just slow it down a little bit. Ma happy just to find Bernardi. Bernardi forward, little touch from Kappa. Intercepted by Gold Coast United. Durrington to Addis. And the through ball is just an easy one, and Foster can eat up a few seconds here. Wonder if we'll see some activity on the Gold Coast United bench shortly. Do have attacking options with Jack Peroni and Christian Ladenis. In by Lucas. And the shot coming in from Pineda is charged down by Donnelly Fagan. Pratt to Durrington, gets it back. Intercepted by McAnally. And then foul given away by McAnally, who was just booked a few minutes ago. Has to be careful, of course. I think it's actually going to be another change for the home side here, and actually, as I speak, I think that might be Jack Peroni who'll be entering the fray. They've got 16 minutes or so left here. Number 12, Jack Peroni, a former Brisbane Roar Academy player who replaces Lachlan Durrington. So an attacker for a midfielder. Jack Peroni, who was one of a few players to join the club from Surfers Paradise Apollo at the start of the season. Very highly rated youngster. Actually played at the Suncorp for Surfers Paradise against Wynnum Wolves last season in that FQPL 1 men's grand final. Put down nicely by Walters. The through ball not finding its intended target. Pratt. McAnally should get this one away and does. Kappa. Show too much of that to Peroni, who wins the throw-in. Hacked away by Smith. And one back well by Newry. Here he is again. And given away by Moreton City. Remmers now. Panetta. Now a chance for Peroni, and it comes from him. Away by Bernardi. And then Kappa just using his strength there to see off Addis and pick out Marquez Walters. Hasn't got too much in the way of support. Here it comes now, and it's... Oh, and it's a disaster! Turned into his own net by Darryl Bright. And Moreton City Excelsior double their advantage here. And it's one to forget for Darryl Bright. A mix-up with his goalkeeper, turning it into his own net. Marquez Walters can run off and celebrate. And Gold Coast United now need to score twice with just over 13 minutes left now. Looks like there might have been some changes, or maybe just some quick words from Cam Miller in the home dugout. I think Zach Keenan just telling him to return to this technical area. Well, an awful moment there for Darryl Bright. And they've got it all to do now, Gold Coast United. Peroni. Addis. Peroni trying to find his way to the byline, but it's cleared by Moreton City. And look at Kappa into the last 10 minutes and still racing through, trying to get on the end of that one. Smith will try and just shepherd this one out for a goal kick, and does. Well, it has left Gold Coast United with it all to do now. That really unfortunate own goal by Darryl Bright. Oh, and now Zach Keenan. And again, I think it might be a yellow card there for Zach Kappa. Again, I'm not sure if that was dissent. I'm guessing it was. That is our sixth booking of the game. I don't know if it's really been that type of game, to be honest with you, but Zach Keenan looking to keep on top of things here as Sally Adare launches that into the box, and punched well by Foster. Had to make sure there, Nathan Foster, as a little slip there by Hills lets in McAnally. Now what's happened here? And I think the Moreton City player does need some treatment. So Moreton City Excelsior on course to make the Australia Cup national round of 32. Obviously for the first time in their new guise as City Excelsior, where they'll join Lions FC and possibly Brisbane City, who I think were leading their game against Eastern Suburbs. Not sure how that one has finished up, but shouldn't be long to go in that one now. And of course Southside Comets of Cairns, who will take on Olympic FC on the weekend, as well. Gray Piddock's got to go for broke here, and look at this. 4 substitutes all making their way on. Well, this is the last roll of the dice. They might as well go for it. Braden Spink is number 22, who did start their last NPL game with Brisbane City. Brian Satumu, former Eastern Suburbs player, number 18. Crystal Medenis, number 17 at the top of your picture there, who joined from Gold Coast Knights, was actually a top scorer in the under-23 competition last season. Lachlan Semler is number 23 as well, left back who's come from South Hobart. Marquez Walters, and he just made his way off now. It's all happening with the substitutes here. I'm trying to keep up. Number 19 is Lachlan Sayers, former Olympic player. I think his brief will just be to just hold the midfield and try and see out this game now. The remaining, what we got, 7.5 minutes plus stoppages. How's that for a take by Ben Holliday? Into the box, still Ben Holliday. Oh, and he couldn't find Joe Scott, who's the other Moreton City sub. Peroni down the line now for a chance for Mladenis. Mladenis cross to the back post, hooked back by Lucas, but it's one drop for a white shirt. It's away by Murray. Oh, and well, the throwing decision going the way of Gold Coast United. I think the home side thought that was theirs. Satumu. Hills to Peroni, into the box it goes, and the heads go up. It's away by Bernardi. Will be another Moreton City substitution. Number 4, Jack McAnally's had a good game, the number 4. Coming off, and it's Sammy Knight, experienced defender, formerly of Sunshine Coast Wanderers, plus others who will come on for this last 5 minutes or so. Saliadare all the way into the box, but it's met by the head of Declan Smith. Scott has stayed down. You can imagine Gold United in a bit of a hurry here, but play will have to stop. Joe Scott, who did have some injury problems a couple of years ago in 2022. Just taking his time here. And Lucas, in the end, is across to take this free kick. Whipped in. Oh, and a bit of a loose clearance then, and finally hooked away, and Thompson fires it over. Four minutes now left in this one. Satumi, last touch came off him. Moreton City throw in. Chested down by Kappa, but it was well read by Blake Thompson, who just shoves Murray aside, and ball all the way back with Nathan Foster. Did make an important save, Nathan Foster, when it was still just 1-0. Scott. Three minutes left. Now Spink charging forward, trying to initiate this attack, just clips it forward. It's a good ball to find Lucas. In it goes from Lucas, and again Declan Smith just throwing himself at that ball to put it behind for a corner. I wonder if we might even see Saliadare come up for this one. Certainly Gold Coast United throwing the numbers forward. Oh, and then Scott, who's just fallen to his feet there. Joe Scott, he's had an eventful few minutes or so since coming on. Maybe a little coming together with Blake Thompson. Okay, and we are ready for this corner. It's a high hanging corner. Foster didn't get there, but City will get it away. It's back out to the side. I think that's Lucas behind the bollard. In it goes. Hooked away by Holiday. Lucas. Well defended by Nick Bernardi. Still going here, Nick Bernardi. Done well. Well, last minute of normal time here. Satumi. It's taken down by Sayers. And then given away. Peroni. Well, not much has got past Declan Smith this evening, and again that proves to be the case as Panetta tries to do something, and that was a late one there on Zach Kierpal by Fraser Hills, who, I think that was just born out of frustration there for Fraser Hills, and he's the fourth Gold Coast United player to be shown a yellow card. Certainly in no hurry to take this one, Moreton City, as it's fired forward towards the corner flag. It's met by the chest of Kierpal. Now Murai gets his shot away. Saliadari has to get down well. Holiday into the side netting. Just found himself a bit of space there, Murai, and Saliadare had to scramble that one away, and then the follow-up from Holiday into the side netting. Cam Miller incredibly animated there on the sideline. Urging every ounce of energy from his troops into the second minute of added on time. Scott can't get it back to Donnelly Fagan. Spink into Hills. Now Satumu, they've got to get it forward here, Gold Coast. Panetta. Peroni can't get past Gwyn Jones. Lovely feet from Zach Kierpal, and again he's been poleaxed. And a yellow card for Christian Madenis. He's copped a few knocks tonight, Zach Kierpal. Of course, it was his solo effort that gave the home side the lead after 53 minutes. Into the 94th minute as Thompson heads that back to Saliadare. Spink. And it's only finding Ben Holiday. Now Murai. Murai back to Donnelly Fagan, who switches their play. Now Kierpal. Good defending there from Lachlan Semler. Surely just moments left in this one as the ball is hoisted forward. In it goes from Saliadare. And I was going to say surely a foul on Declan Smith there, who was impeded by Fraser Hills. We've had 4.5 minutes of added on time here at Walter Park. Moreton City Excelsior heading into the Australia Cup round of 32. About to enter the 6th minute of added on time. Gold Coast United at least trying to find a consolation here. Semler. Satumu to Hills. And then the shot is straight at Nathan Foster from Lachlan Semler. Little check of the watch there from Zach Keenan. And there it is. Moreton City Excelsior have booked their spot in the Australia Cup National Round of 32. It was a Zach Kirpal goal after 53 minutes, and then an own goal from Darryl Bright that sealed the victory. They'll also have a spot in the semi-finals of the Queensland Cup, but a chance now for them to possibly pick out an A-League side in that national round of 32. A hard-fought victory tonight at Walter Park. Gold Coast United had their chances, but a really strong defensive performance from the home side, led by skipper Declan Smith. And it finishes up here at Walter Park. Moreton City Excelsior 2, Gold Coast United 0. You've been watching FQTV. I've been Adam Cattell. Thanks for joining me this evening. I'll see you next time.